Welcome to another edition of the End2End podcast. I am your host, Jonathon Howe, and I got the foursome back here to tee it up. Like that golf reference? We like that golf reference? So we got Sam.
Sex reference.
Yeah, I thought that was a sex reference.
No, I was going foursome, like you tee it up. No, golf.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I know, like, it's not hockey, but, like,
There's
come
no
on, guys.
separate ends in golf, though, would there be? I guess there's a green.
Okay,
We go, like,
just
tee to
move on.
green.
Let's go.
We could do the tee to green podcast.
We don't
It's a
talk
mini
about
podcast.
golf in this pod, though. Is what
I could. I really could. I've been waiting. I could bust out some golf talk.
Go ahead.
Anyways, Sam's with me. Colin is back after taking the week off. Nolan is back with me as well. We kind of all took the week off. We had reading week, so I don't think I put out a podcast over the reading week, but we recorded it like way before reading week because I was on top of my editing this week and really, no, I was not at all.
I was a little offended.
You don't even listen to them anyways.
Yeah, well, I listened to the first one. I've been on the other ones. Why do I need to listen to them?
It's kind of tough to listen to a podcast that you're on.
Yeah. Well, also, I've already experienced it. Why do I... This sounds really tinny in my headphones.
That's fine.
But why do I need to listen to a podcast that I was already on? I experienced it.
I don't know.
The podcast.
Oh, I'm just breaking everything now.
I was a
There's
record
technical
screech.
difficulty. Yeah, technical difficulties. This mic's like falling over to the side. I'm gonna turn and face you guys, kind of. I don't even know. It's a disaster.
And there it goes.
And there she goes.
Maybe edit this part out.
No, you know what? If we're doing it live, we're gonna send it.
We're getting some feedback there on the
Yeah.
IG.
Cool. What up,
Ward.
Wardo? You're getting.
Okay, it was this
Wardo's
guy.
getting a shout out.
Oh, never mind.
All right.
I thought it was Colin on his Instagram.
Colin's talking on his own podcast. Wardo.
Alright.
I mean, hey, Aaron Ward did play for the Red Wings. That is the Wardo, the original
Hey,
Wardo.
got it.
Hey, shout
Yeah.
out to Alex Ward.
Hey, I got the live going.
I think they can already
Yeah.
see it from when you were sitting down, didn't they?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Okay, let's
Let's get into some hardcore sports
go.
talk. So lots happened since we're back because we took like 2 weeks off.
Yeah, we had the deadline,
Yeah, we missed the deadline. Remember when we said the Leafs weren't going to do anything, and then
and they didn't do anything.
they really didn't
Dude,
do
they got a
anything.
turtleneck,
No
man.
more.
Yeah, they got a turtleneck, but that doesn't really matter.
They got it the turtleneck.
Hey,
Thomas
the only
Plekanec.
turtle-
Hey, they
turtleneck.
traded
The
a
only
second round pick for that.
Yeah, I don't know
fine
about
with
that
it.
one.
I don't hate the trade.
It's
I don't hate it?
It's Brian
That's a
Boyle
terrible
2.0.
Yeah, but
terrible.
Yeah, but I think he's better than Brian Boyle.
the point of it was
Yeah,
take
there
some
you
of
go.
the defensive responsibility off Nazem Kadri.
Well, it's better. It's better than it's an upgrade over Dominic Moore too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, probably yeah.
Yeah. No,
To be honest, I was at the Sabres Leaf
I don't
game.
hate Dominic.
Yeah,
Moore.
that's-
I don't hate him.
but he's not as good as Plekanec. Like,
I don't need him either. So I was at the Sabres game,
Defensively.
Sabres Leaf game the other night, and honestly, Plekanec's line was the best line. Like
Oh,
Matt
for
Martin,
sure. Yeah, that was a really good
Plekanec, and Komarov was on that line. Komarov got 2 goals. It was impressive. I was like,
much better on
The-
the fourth line.
yeah,
than
the
on
th-
any other line.
The thing about that move is you're able to now in the playoffs keep Kadri with Marner because you're going to have a shutdown line in the fourth line with Komarov, Plekanec, and Kapanen. Because then that can be your shutdown line instead. So like if we're facing Boston instead of Kadri having to go against Bergeron when they're at home, then
That's the only reason they made the move.
Yeah,
was just the
exactly.
point. They had a fourth line center.
yeah.
it's
And
not
also,
bad.
it's cool because not cool, but Austin Matthews got injured, so that kind of is beneficial at the moment.
He's practicing now.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
What did you think of?
Yeah, look.
What did you think of the moves Detroit made there, Colin? Since
Like
you're the big
Tatar.
fan.
Well, the Mrazek was a good move.
Yeah.
Tatar was unexpected.
You were so cheesed about it when it happened.
You were not
Yeah,
impressed
but
with that
now-
Mrazek trade.
Looking at it, he had problems in the room. That's a good trade.
What
I
were the
think.
problems in the room?
He was just not a
Attitude.
good guy. He
Yeah,
was
bad
apparently
teammate.
he was like kind of a whiner and
Yeah,
just negative and
really.
yeah,
Ego.
big ego. Yeah, thought he should be the starter outright, and
think
he
he
really
He
wasn't.
should have been the starter.
Too, yeah.
It's a legitimate concern.
Yeah. He's
don't know.
better than Howard.
Yeah.
I just think
At
Howard's
times.
Howard's stable, but he's old.
Yeah,
That's the
at
thing.
times, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Howard's
a little bag of
not
dirt.
even stable.
Old bag of dirt. Thomas Plekanec? That's a terrible trade. I hate
We
it.
just-
Oh, we don't need to start. Okay, we don't need to get into the chirping about who made a better trade. I want to focus in on the Thomas Tatar trade, though.
Tatar trade was good.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
That's a great trade for you guys.
yeah,
like
third,
Tatar.
second, first.
Yeah, you.
Tatar's under
absolutely
contract for
did
like another
Vegas on
3
that.
years.
Yeah.
So Vegas definitely had to pay a premium because they're not getting a rental. They're getting a guy who's going to be there for a while.
2 years.
How old is he?
Like 20.
He's in mid 20s. Yeah, 28.
28.
I don't think he's that old, so I don't think that hurts Vegas in the slightest. They have so many
Other than
picks.
They gave up a first, a second, and a third. So three.
Yeah, but those are
The
spread out
third-
over
yeah,
years.
The
It's
third
not
is in like 3
2020 or
drafts.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, first. I think a first and second this year.
No, it's
No,
first,
first
this
this
year,
year.
second
First
next
this year, second.
or after.
Then all right.
So I mean, it's spread out. And the rate they're going, they're probably going to acquire more picks anyways. Because who says they're not garbage next year and they blow it up?
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say, do you think
true.
they'll be good again next year?
No.
I wouldn't be shocked, honestly.
Yeah, well, why would you be shocked?
Nothing's
after
gonna
they're, like,
shock me at this
They're like
point.
being in first place like a couple times over the. Are they first place right now?
Tatar
They were up
They were
close.
I
I
was
think
talking 2 days ago.
they should be. Yeah,
Tatar fits their system though, and if James Neal doesn't resign, then
it's a good replacement for Neal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is James Gunn just 1 year left, or like this is
this
Yeah.
is expiring. Yeah.
Yeah, they re-signed Marchessault already, which is good because I think Marchessault's fantastic. I think he's a great player for them.
Perron needs to be re-signed, I believe.
Yeah, he's still up. He's going to be up this year. I don't think he'll come back. I think.
Oh, I think he'll come back.
Yeah, they like him there though.
Yeah?
He's a
Kinda
point a
new.
game, yeah.
They like him.
I see. I just, it's so weird. Like, I have such a hard time looking at this roster and being like, yeah, you know what? He's legitimate. He'll come back. Yeah, like, this guy's coming back. And like, no, I don't.
Who did Vegas get for Leipzig?
Wasn't it goalie?
Was it goalie?
Defenseman from Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
right.
played well there so far.
Yeah.
He
Who
had
was
like
it?
a
Was it
3-point
Berchi?
night and
No,
No.
Berchi played
no.
so, yeah.
She's a
And he got an
forward.
overtime goal the other night.
Man, I don't know Vegas. Like,
It
I
sucks that
want
best
to
they're
count
not
Vegas
injured.
out every time. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, they're good now. But, like, come playoffs, they'll just be like,
Yeah, it's funny when like they were rolling into town against the Leafs. It's like, oh, easy dub. It's like, oh, they haven't lost a game yet, but
yeah,
oh
right?
yeah, at least they're gonna slap them. And then they won in overtime, I think, and then they got friggin' beasted by them in the next round they played.
Yeah.
Next game.
I don't know. I Buffalo got rid of Kane, which was great. I think we saw the asking price fall a lot. Like that kind of really sucks. Like why would San Jose want to re-sign Evander Kane and give up a first? Because that's what it was. It was a condition. It was conditional first if they re-sign San Jose.
What do you think of that move?
Are they going to? Did he already?
And he hasn't re-signed
No.
yet. San
He's
Jose.
rental right now, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think San Jose. I read conflicting reports. Buffalo media reported that they had actually tried to sign him. San Jose tried, and Kane said no. And then there's other things reporting that no, there was no deal offered. It's just they're renting him
Well,
because they don't want to give up the first, and they'd rather just be a second.
he probably wants to be a UFA as well.
I think he can make more money that way.
Yeah.
Plus, I think San Jose is rearing up to go after Carlson, who is the biggest name we all thought might move, and he didn't end up
I think
moving.
he's gonna stay.
You
in
didn't
Ottawa.
think he was gonna move, did you?
I thought he was going to move.
Wow.
I think it's stupid that he didn't move.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that dumb because I honestly think
would've
there's
got
a
more
better
value.
deal sitting at the draft.
I don't see.
I can't
imagine,
see that at all.
Th-
Well,
th-
you're paying for
You're playing for the playoff runs, which is what a rental is.
unless you know that he's gonna re-sign with you.
Well, what if you have suspicions that he's not actually 100%? You know what I
Who
mean?
does though? Like, I don't really think that's.
Well, look at his numbers and look at the way he's played this
Yeah,
year.
I know.
Like,
Like
the way
he got
all of
rushed
Ottawa has
back
played
it's
this
just like a
year,
lot of
and
laziness.
I would take Carlson at like 75%.
for a playoff run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I guess he was probably at 50% all
I
said
think
and
he'd
done
be
last year.
energized by having like a team that's actually good.
Yeah, so do I.
In front of him.
Yeah,
I mean, last year in the playoffs, he wasn't 100% either.
that's what I
he
mean.
was getting
Like,
like cortisone shots to his ankle every day or whatever.
no, I the funny, bringing it back to Vegas. Vegas was the last team who was apparently in on Carlson leading up to the deadline. Like,
Yeah, that's
He
right.
would be
Yeah. That's
a fantastic fit there.
I think he'd be great. I think I'd love it.
double Carlson's.
You don't think he's gonna go though?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
Why not?
Ottawa has to sign him. Look at the ownership problems there, the billboards
I
and
don't think
stuff
he
outside
wants
the
to
city.
sign there.
I think he wants to.
I think he
would
wants
be.
to resign because
Yeah,
A,
what-
he's married to a girl from Ottawa, and
Yeah,
they're starting a family.
She's married to a guy from Sweden.
Ottawa will give him the money.
What?
What?
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
they will.
Ottawa can
I
give
know it.
Ottawa can give him the money, but then he wants to be a contender. So why
Yeah.
would
Yeah, Ottawa-
if Melnick is
honestly, I don't think he gives a
No.
damn.
The thing you have to think about,
Ottawa could be good next year.
Ottawa isn't a cap team; they are a budget team.
could.
You don't think they will?
No, I agree. They
No.
could.
I think they could.
They could.
Ottawa is a budget team. So say if the cap goes up to, I think if the cap goes up and it goes up $2 or $3 more million or something, just
It's
at a
like 5 to
rough-
8, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, but I'm just being generous, like just in case. But okay, so it goes up a couple million or whatever. Ottawa's still not spending to the cap. They won't do it. So if you sign Carlson to 10.5, say let's be generous and say he takes 10.5, because they're talking like he might be up close to McDavid money. He takes 10.5. So 10.5 over 7 years.
Well,
Who? That's not taking up $10 million of 70 or 80 million. That's taking up like 10 million of 65, 70 million. That lower half of the cap, because that's what Ottawa wants to spend. So if you're trying to build a team around Carlson and he's going to command that much money, you're not going to have any more money to spend on good players.
Well, I can see him saying though, GM's got pressure on him. Owner definitely has pressure on him. I think they have to keep him.
I don't think
Yeah,
it
but
matters
Ottawa's
what.
franchise.
But
What is Ottawa if they get rid of Carlson?
what are they if they keep Carlson though? Just
What if they win
a
the draft lottery and they're
extremely
getting?
average team?
Yeah, but that's Colorado's pick, the Duchesne trade.
No, they get a choice. They can defer it.
Protected.
It's lottery protected. So Ottawa can either defer it to next year or they can keep it for themselves. So if they win the lottery, they could keep Dahlin theoretically. So if you get Dahlin, is that more incentive to Carlson to stay or more incentive to the team to say screw it, let's move on?
Yes.
Yeah,
more-
Carlson's a veteran. You know what Carlson's going to bring to the table, right?
And the other thing to think about with Ottawa
There's no
too.
guarantee about him.
The other thing to think about with Ottawa is the idea that they want to build this new rink or whatever, like closer to the city.
Yeah.
So would you rather have a team good wasting away in this crappy building, or blow it up and be ready by the time that building's ready? They're a perennial contender. I don't know. Like that's kind of. I think they have a lot more decisions to think about rather than just, do we need Carlson? Like I think it's a lot more complicated than we think.
I keep him though. Trade a guy like Stone or something. So you can clear cap space, right? Trade a couple of guys. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
He's your franchise, right? Other than Alfredsson, he's your franchise.
Yeah, it's funny how they both had pretty much their franchise has been Swedes.
Yeah.
Their two best players of all time have been Swedes.
Carlson's gonna follow in his dad's footsteps and go to Detroit.
Oh yeah. Hey.
His dad, Alfredson.
Oh, I didn't know who you were talking about. I was like, Carlson's dad played in the show.
No. No.
Hey, that'd be sweet.
Or follow in his brother's footsteps and go
Tavares
to
is
Vegas.
coming.
His brother.
Tavares is gonna come.
William
is he?
Carlson.
Yeah.
Is that a fact, eh?
Oh, I think they'll be interesting.
All right, the hot takes are
Can you
flowing
imagine
now.
if Tavares and Carlson they wouldn't have that cap
Team
space.
up for something?
Aren't you right at the cap anyway?
No, they got rid of like $6 or $7 million with the.
With Tatar deal and Mrazek
They
out.
should have traded Green though. If they would have got.
Green wasn't gonna move because he was hurt.
Retaining.
It was a neck injury, man. Like you can't trade for a guy with
Yeah,
a neck
but
injury.
he could have played the Sunday, like the Sunday before they played in New York, and he was gonna play that, but he sat out for precautionary reasons.
Yeah, but he was hurt like for 2 weeks before that
Why
with
would
an
you?
injury.
Why would you not just move Mike Green for like a 7th-round pick or something? Like
Take
what
eight-
is
like,
Yeah, but he's
literally
an
what you
all-star
could get.
year that you get a lot.
Yeah, but he's
more
not
than
a.
that.
Is he a free
but
agent?
You didn't, but you got nothing for him.
Yeah. He likes the city and stuff though. He likes playing there, so he might come back.
He likes Detroit.
Well, you could have
It's a good
you could
area,
have traded him and
arena.
he could have came back.
Hey, the pizza box is better than the
Oh my!
UCC.
That would be so sick.
Yeah.
That new rink looks so awesome.
It looks
Yeah,
gorgeous.
right.
It really does. Even the
Rogers
and the
Place
rink in
looks
Edmonton
sick
too. Like
Yeah,
I
why
can
wouldn't you
un-
want to play there?
I can
now?
understand
Like,
why
got
you.
it all.
Yeah, I can understand why people would want to play for Detroit.
They made
like,
the
new
district
rink.
now.
yeah, Detroit's
Popular
actually
hockey
like
town.
Yeah, popular
revived
hockey
down
scene.
there downtown.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
really
It's really
nice.
building up quite nicely
Never
actually.
been to Detroit. I just hear bad things.
I went to
Yeah,
the,
if you go a couple streets over.
Was that?
If you go a couple streets over from like the sports district, it's rough. But
my first
Get
Get over to like 8 Mile. It's a little rough.
my first NHL game was at the Joe.
that's a good experience.
Man, I wish I went to the Joe at some point. Sucks.
No, I
They
never got
ripping
to the
it down.
Joe. I never got
Yeah,
there.
it's gonna be a parking lot.
Oh, that's good. Paved paradise.
Paved championship paradise.
Go there, play ball hockey in the parking lot. Take you
Yeah.
up to jail.
10 years Stevie Y.
Yes.
The main thing I remember about it was right outside. There was this like.
Two entrances.
Well, I don't remember that, but there was just a big building.
Yeah, no
with-
windows.
with-
or
yeah,
nothing.
with
yeah,
just
there's nothing.
like plywood on the windows, boarded up. It's like, oh, nice, right outside an NHL hockey rink.
Yeah, it's old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's a barn.
Old fashions, one word.
So okay, that brings up like a nice personal. Like we can shift away to like a little bit of personal. How many
Don't
buildings
know
have you
the
actually been
Toronto.
to for NHL games?
I've been to the Air Canada Center, and I don't remember what the one in Tampa's called, but I've been there.
Family.
Yeah, I think it's the Amalie Arena right now or something.
Yeah.
That's what it's sponsored by. Yeah, that one's actually that's funny.
That's-
So
I've
Tampa,
been
who'd you
to,
see in
yeah.
Tampa?
I saw Philly and Tampa.
That's
Tampa
not bad.
won.
Nice.
Shootout.
Was that like the Stamkos years or?
That was Steve was playing.
Nice. I've been to KeyBank Center in Buffalo.
Yeah.
ACC for a game.
Yeah.
Been to
You
Bell
said
Center.
You've been to Canadian Tire as well.
Yeah, I've been to Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa and Bell Center.
I've been to the Bell Center, but I didn't watch a game there.
Oh,
We
yeah,
just toured
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right in our grade 8 grad.
No, I saw Montreal and Boston there actually.
Really?
Yeah,
At the Bell Center.
at the Bell Center. That was a
That's
hell of a night. That was a great night. And I feel like there's somewhere else that I've been, but I can't
Joe?
think of it. No, I haven't been to the Joe. Maybe that's it.
What about baseball fields? Where have you
Baseball, I've only been to the
Roger?
Rogers Center, Skydome.
been?
I saw a meme today.
I've been to, I don't remember what the one in
Detroit.